Coverage you can count on continues with Joe Whalen's Sports Report.
Austin Hatch spoke publicly for the first time in nearly 2.5 years this afternoon at a press conference in California. The former Canterbury star made national headlines last week by signing his national letter of intent with Michigan. News Channel 15 sports director Glenn Marini is live in Los Angeles tonight and has more on that. Glenn.
Joe, at today's press conference, I asked Austin if his signing with the University of Michigan last week meant that his recovery has come full circle. He said a little bit yes and a little bit no. The yes part is that because he signed with the Wolverine Nation, he's officially become a Big Ten basketball player. That's always been one of his big goals. But on the no side, he says he's not physically where he would want to be and says he isn't even ready to play a game here at Loyola.
Basketball has gave me something to shoot for. And it's been my goal, it's from when I woke up in the coma, or from the coma rather, in Chicago. I told people, I said I'm going to play basketball again, and there are people who doubted me, and then I basically just say, thank you for your opinion, but I'm going to prove you wrong.
Austin Hatch has beaten the odds more than once, but his goal is perfection. While he's been cleared by California's governing body to play at Loyola High School, Hatch won't suit up for the team's opener in a couple of weeks as he's still trying to fine-tune his game before he makes his official return to the basketball court.
Still need to work on my fundamentals a little bit more. What was once second nature, as a result of the brain injury, I have to think about stuff, think about on the court stuff that I really shouldn't have to think about, and that's just going to take time.
Austin has almost a full year before he arrives on campus in Ann Arbor. His eventual role with the Wolverines is still unclear at this point, but he notes that head coach John Beilein honored his scholarship for a reason.
He expects me to be a very important part of Michigan basketball as a whole, whether it be on the court, in the locker room, in the classroom. I'm going to help that team win basketball games. He wouldn't still be giving me a full-ride scholarship to the school if he didn't see like there was some upside to having me as a part of the Michigan basketball program. So I'm very excited for the future, and I'm just going to continue to work hard at everything, and we'll see where things go.
I spoke with Loyola's basketball coach after today's press conference. He says the glimpses of Austin's talent are becoming more and more frequent in Loyola's practices. In fact, Loyola's got a 7-foot center that signed with UCLA last week. And in last week's practice, Austin did a little deke, a little layup around that talented 7-footer. And coach said that was definitely a high D1 move. And as I mentioned, it looks like the talent for Austin is continuing to improve, and his recovery continues to happen here at Loyola. And, of course, if you want any more on Austin Hatch, you can go to the WANE.com sports page or just our WANE.com website. But for now, I'm Glenn Marini reporting live in Los Angeles. Joe, back to you.
Thank you, Glenn. Good to see Austin doing well.